Super windy day out here today. Only reason I wanted to make this or do this today is because I wanted to fly it over the ocean. I want to fly my drone over the ocean, and the only way to do it is to face that fear and actually do it, right? So it's like, oh my God. I can't even lie to y'all and say like I ain't scared right now, because I am. Because it's like I'm about to fly my drone over the ocean. What in the hell am I thinking? I think the goal here is not to think too much and just to go for it, man. I guess like most things in life, you just kind of got to go for it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, come along with me as I fly my drone over the ocean, man. Let's see what we can do. All right, I'm setting up everything right now. Getting everything going. And let me share my feed with you guys so you can see what I'm doing. Let's go ahead and start the propellers up. I'm also going to record my screen at the same time. Now for this, I'm going to keep it in normal mode and do a takeoff. All right, my propellers are going over here. All right, so let's go ahead and start the recording. And we're off. Home point updated. Let's just fly out here and take a look around, man. It's so beautiful out here. Look at this. Now, while I'm in flight, I'm not gonna lie, I do have the, if you look at the bottom right hand of the screen there, you'll see that I have my white balance locked in at 5100 Kelvin because of the sunlight and everything. And I do have the 128 ND filter on. Let's take a look around. Now on the screen, when you fly these, you'll notice that your H point right there. You see your H point? So your H point, that's home. That's where you took off from. Normally, that's exactly where you took off from. So look, let's take it out here and actually fly over the water and see what we can do. Now, what I like so much about this drone is that it has the functionality, if you will, to take it up higher, take it up lower. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna fly. Right now I'm moving forward and lower. So as I go lower, it's gonna say, if you look at the screen, it's gonna tell me I got a low warning. 9 feet. And I'm gonna angle the camera down a bit to really look. Ah! I'm so scared. It's trying to keep me above it. All right, let's go back around. Now, I want to fly against the current, so let's do that. Now, a good way to look down is to pressure. I mean, look at this. A good way to look down is to press your C1 button. Once you press your C1 button on the very back end of the remote, you can catch a quick glimpse of what's underneath you. Now, if you have obstacle avoidance on, it's gonna let you know like what's underneath you. As the controller is going, it's letting me know exactly what's underneath me as well. So it's telling me I have 12 feet to the ground. Now, as I push it down, it won't let me continue to go down. But we're gonna bring her back, man. Look at that skyline, man. It's a win. Look at that skyline, dude. Now, I have lost view of it as far as where it is. Because it's way down that way. But the beautiful part is that you have the screen. So the entire time that you're doing this, you have the screen to be able to, see what you're doing. It's amazing. I want to bring it down. I want to fly right over the sand there. So in order to do that, I could be smoother about it, but let's see. Hello. It's just so fun to fly these, man. Ooh, let's whip around. Take it out so people don't feel weird. But look at this ocean, man. That bird out there hunting up. This is it's a cool video, man. Look at this. I think the best thing about drones is take time to get the video you want, you know? And like any filmmaker will tell you, the biggest thing is the moment, right? Like being able to capture moments versus like the thrill or just the thrill. And let's go fly close over here. There I am. Yeah, man, this is nice. It's so much updraft and wind. So much updraft and wind. So fun. Let's look down while we fly. Ooh! Let's go up. Yeah, man. Oh! Look at that. Y'all better be careful, boy. Scorsese. Let's do a little, yeah. Let's make it real, as you guys say, cinematic. Let's bring it over here a little bit. Can we get down? Let's turn away the other thing. We don't want to violate privacy, just in case somebody back there doing something. You know what I'm saying? See, what I love so much is that when you fly your drone, I mean, your maneuver is up to you, right? Like, you can do what you please. Your maneuver is totally up to you. You don't have to, I mean, you can follow certain guidelines. Obviously, you want safety to be a thing, but you want to be creative, you know what I'm saying, in the things that you do. I mean, can you get enough of this view? Look at this. Ooh, yes, sir. You can't get enough of the view, baby. All right, let's take her down. Let's follow that little truck down there. Let's turn on active track. Now, this is one thing that I like to do here, and then I'm going to do here, is I'm going to follow this trailer, this bad boy that's cleaning the beach. I'm going to gradually descend. Wait, is it moving? Yeah, okay. So you can press on it. If you see here on the screen, I pressed on it and it shows just like a car, right? and it's showing active track. Now you can spotlight it, meaning that no matter where you move your drone, it'll keep the spotlight on this position, right? It's kind of help you do it. Or you can press position of interest. I'm gonna show you here. You press your POI. Right. So you can press POI, and once you press your POI, you press POI. It keeps losing the subject. Press POI. All right. All right, so let's press POI here. If it look, you know what? All right, we're just gonna press active. All right, so this ain't working. You know what? Imperfections happen. Let's fly over and see if we can't do it like that. Dude. All right, so bump it. So you have two options when you do this. You can either press the plus button, or you can draw a square on your screen as such. Right? And then when you do your POI, the drone will hover and keep this in focus. Now, if you look at it, on my screen, I have it as fast. You have a choice. You can either do fast, slow, whatever. But whatever area you selected, if you see, it's going to stay locked onto that area, right? So let's stop that. And let's active track. Matter of fact, let's go find a car to follow, kind of, sort of. There's plenty of those out here. All right, so we're going to select this car, and we're going to active track it. Now notice the drone is flying backwards, keeping that car in focus. Now I'm gonna stay at a good distance because, yeah, okay. Now what I have it set to on my controller here is back. So it's gonna do everything it can to get to the back. But let's say if I press front, it's gonna hover up and around until it can get to the front of that car. Now it lost the car. So that lets you know that it is imperfect, meaning that if it goes behind a tree or something like that, it's gonna lose it, right? But let's bring it back to me. Now, if you look on your drone, if you look on your screen, you'll always see the top. It'll show you the top where the battery percentage is, where it says 38. Next to it, it says that's how much longer you have to fly your drone. That's not necessarily always true, right? But I like to look at it, just to peek at it, to see, like, if I keep going at this rate, how much longer can I fly this drone, right? Pretty cool stuff, man. So what I'm about to do is bring it back to myself and show you guys, like, auto maneuvers around me. Okay, because I want to show you auto track as is, but show it in such a cool motion where it's like fire. And I'm just headed back to myself. You know what? Let's throw it in sports mode to really get some speed. Now, as sports mode goes, right, your high, like your footage above ground, determines speed. This bad boy can go 60 miles an hour. It can go 60. Now, if I put it back in normal, it's going to slow down. If you look at the bottom left, notice how it slowed down. It lost maybe 7-8 miles an hour. Now, I'm going to put it on myself. And this is how we're going to close out the video, right? Hello, so I'm back hovering over me. Let's select active track here. Let's press C1. Now, when you press C1, the drone is going to do everything it can to get behind you. It's assuming right now that it is. But if I put left, okay, boom. Now it does this. And if you looked at the screen, when I press left, it says strong environmental interference, meaning very high winds. So I'm going to press auto. and just let this bad boy do what it wants to do while it's in the air, while I close out the video, while I have 9 minutes left, if you will, on the propeller. Now, if you remember earlier when we were flying, it said that we only had 6 minutes left, but that's because that was the rate I was going. That's how hard I was pushing it. Now, when you have a drone, or when you do anything with drones, one thing you'll know for sure, or find out for sure, is how much you can fly them and how good you can get at flying them. The only way to get very good at doing it is to come out here and actually fly. Is to come out here and actually put yourself to the test. Now, I suggest each person who purchases a drone, if you would do yourself a favor and get something called fly off insurance. If you get every protective service that it has, then you can feel a little bit safer when you come out here and put your drone to the test, because now you have the ability to be able to fly it and be able to do things such as fly it over the ocean or wherever environment that you live off of. I suggest every person gets this. Now, the last thing I'm gonna say is this, is I definitely appreciate DJI, because they've done everything possible to make sure that this drone can fly in some harsh situations. Now, there are restrictions. I suggest every person takes an opportunity to read the restrictions that are on the drone, to make sure that you understand everything that you can and cannot do, the temperatures that you can and cannot fly it in, so that way that you are not the type of person who just mistreats their drone, but treats their drone with, you know, such revere, such respect. Because if you're like me and you actually want to take care of your things and want things to last, then that's what you'll do. Man, thank y'all so much. This is my first ever video doing something like this, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Deuces.